This is the first Macot, Dam. This Macot starts off as Aaron takes his staff and lifts it over the waters of Egypt, and smacks the Nile and it turns to blood. This is Mida connected Mida, and when Paro threw all the Jewish baby boys into the river.
So says Hashem, through this shall you know that I am Hashem. Behold, with this staff that is in my hand, I shall strike the waters that are in the river, and they shall change to blood. Moshe and Aaron did so as Hashem commanded. He held the staff aloft and struck the water that was in the river in the presence of Paro and his servants. All the Egyptians dug around the river for water to drink, for they could not drink from the waters of the river.
This plague is called Tzfardea. This plague starts off the same way as Dam did. Aaron lifted his staff over the waters of Egypt, then smacked the Nile, except this time a huge frog came out. When the Mitzrim tried to hit the frogs just piled out. The Mida Keneged Mida for this Makkah is the Mitzrim made the Jews make brick out of mud, and frogs live in the mud. So Hashem struck the borders of Egypt with frogs.
Hashem said to Moshe, say to Aaron, stretch out your hand with your staff over the rivers and raise up frogs over the land of Egypt. The river will swarm with frogs, and they will go into your houses and your possessions, and the frogs will ascend into you and your people.
This plague is called Kedem. This plague starts off when Aaron lifts his staff and is smacking the dust of the land, and it's turning to lice. The Mida Keneged Mida for this Makkah is the Jews had to get bugs for the Mitzri boys to play with, so Hashem turned the dust into bugs, so the Jews would not have to work anymore. And Paro's heart is getting hardened.
Stretch out your staff and strike the dust of Egypt, and it will turn to lice. Aaron stretched out his hand and struck the dust of Egypt, and it turned to lice. The magicians tried to make lice, but they could not do it.
This Makkah starts off as Moshe told the animals to invade Mitzrayim for Hashem. They are invading Egypt and hurting Mitzrayim, but they stayed away from the Jews. The Mida Keneged Mida for this Makkah is the Mitzrayim made the Jews hunt animals, hoping they get killed. Now Paro's heart is getting hardened.
I shall put on you and your people this swarm of wild beasts. A severe swarm of wild beasts came to Paro's house and the houses of his servants. Paro made his heart stubborn this time and did not send the people out.
This Makkah of Deborah starts off as all the animals get sick and die. The Mida Keneged Mida for this Makkah is the Mitzrim stole cattle from the Jews. So Hashem killed all the Mitzri cattle in the field.
Behold, the hand of Hashem is in your cattle in the fields. Hashem shall make the difference from the Israelites' livestock and the Mitzri livestock. The next day, all the livestock of Egypt died.
This Makkah begins as Moshe is taking ashes from the furnace and is throwing them into the air. Hashem made an ace that is spreading throughout Mitzrayim and into the atmosphere, causing boils. Every Egyptian man, woman, child, and animal are getting severe boils all across their bodies. It is boils probably because the Mitzrim did not let the Jews take baths. The Chachum have been struck first, and they have just died because of their horrible skin condition. Hashem hardened Paro's heart again.
They took soot of the furnace, and Moshe threw it to the sky, and it became boils and blisters on man and beast. The magicians could not stand before Moshe because of the boils. Hashem hardened the heart of Paro, and he did not let them go.
The Makkah of Bard is starting as Moshe is warning Paro that this time tomorrow, hail with fire within it will be raining on Mitzrayim. Moshe raised his hand with Hashem's help into outer space, and today it's hailing just as promised. Even the Egyptian news reporters are puzzled. The hail is coming down hard. Hashem only means to destroy the crops and buildings, not people or animals. Meanwhile, back at Paro's house, he's begging Moshe to stop the hail. But now Hashem is once again hardening Paro's heart.
Behold, at this time tomorrow I shall rain a very heavy hail. All the cattle in the field will get struck by the hail and die. Moshe stretched out his staff toward heaven, and Hashem sent thunder, hail, and fire to the land of Egypt.
This Macot of Arba, Paro was afraid. These 7 types of locusts ate all of the plants that Paro left over, leaving Mitzrayim with no vegetation. They are going into people's houses and blacking out their eyes. It's driving him crazy. After this Macot, Hashem still hardened Paro's heart.
For if you refuse to send my nation, tomorrow I shall bring a locust swarm into your borders. It will cover the surface of the earth so no one will be able to see the earth, and will consume the remaining vegetation that was left over from hail. Moshe stretched his staff over the land of Egypt. It became morning, and the wind carried the locust swarm.
This Macot of Hoshech is starting as Moshe is lifting his hand, and the sky is becoming black. Pitch black darkness is resting now. I'm here with my night vision, giving you the sight of this. Oh, this just in. The Jews have such bright light, it's supernatural. Oh no, now everyone is frozen. Paro is angry and telling Moshe and Aaron to leave Mitzrayim as the nation. Moshe won't fall for this again. Hashem hardened Paro's heart once again. And Hashem hardened Paro's heart again.
Hashem said to Moshe, "Stretch your hand toward the heavens, and there shall be darkness on the land of Egypt." Moshe stretched forth his hand toward the heavens, and there was a thick darkness throughout the land of Egypt. No man could see his brother, and no one could move from his place for 3 days, but for all the Jews there was light in their doorways.
The Makas Bechor, the Shekhinah of Hashem, is coming to all the Mitzri houses and killing all their firstborn sons. Even the animals are getting killed because the Mitzrim worship them as gods, and Hashem strikes a nation's God first. The Shekhinah is passing over the Jews' houses because they smeared blood on their doorposts. Even Paro's son died. Paro is scared. He is the firstborn. He is going to Moshe and begging him to leave. Finally, after 10 Makos, he is letting us leave.
It was at midnight that Hashem killed every firstborn in the land of Egypt and every firstborn animal. Paro rose up at midnight, and there was a great outcry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was no corpse. Paro called to Moshe and Aaron at night, and said, "Rise up and go out from among my people, go and serve Hashem as you have spoken." And so they left.
Wait, can I just see the third cue card just to see if I can memorize it? What's that word?
I think it says rope. Are you sure?
This?
I have no idea. It's so hard. I don't know. Cut. Because Hashem strikes a nation's God. Oh no, I lost it again.
What's going on now?
Oh my.
Go.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh,
This Makkah starts.
fine. Go.
Look, I'm paying the cue card holder by the card.
Do you know how much they get paid? The guy who holds the cue cards? How much they get paid?
Is it
$1,000 a year.
really?
The camera's rolling!
We can use this in our blooper section.
No, you think?
Let's go. You ready? Quiet. We've been up since 5 o'clock.
We just had some technical difficulties. Please stand by.
All right, that's enough.
Go.
We'd like to thank several people from this production.
That's right. So I'm gonna put this on
We'd like to
YouTube.
thank several people for this production.
Steven Spielberg, Cheryl Tuckman, and Michael Tuckman. Although we have many things different,
We all agree on one thing.
let's go Rangers!
Written by Matthew Hauer and Matthew Mark. Video clips from Out of Egypt by Rabbi Moshe Moskowitz. Filming and editing by Cheryl and Mike Tuckman. We hope you liked our presentation. See you next time.